put out a small fire before it becomes a forest ablaze, you're better off. And that's not advocating going out and trying to slaughter coyotes everywhere, but when there's one right there that's an immediate threat to your livestock or animals, and very seldom do you catch them out in the middle of the day. They're so nocturnal that if you get an opportunity, you almost got to give it a shot. He was about 100 yards over the fence from my sheep, out in between the neighbor's cows.
Yeah.
I have an electric wire that goes around the perimeter on that side,
Right.
so you never know if they're going to breach it or not.
I see.
They can try to jump over, or they can try to dig under. And they do, frequently. A coyote breach my things probably 6 to 8 times a year.
Yeah.
And that doesn't guarantee that I'm going to be able to get that coyote. I'm just saying that about that often I'll have killed. Last year I lost about a total of 17 or 18 lambs as a total, using all the methods that I use.
Out of how many?
And that's out of 500.
Okay.
But I have lost as many as 50, Tom.
Huh.
That was a hell of a deal. That's before I really started getting aggressive with my electric fencing. Now, I've been told by more than a few people that the old timers wiped them out with poison. Now, that's because everybody on all the ranch, everybody out here, they were all on the same page. It was all ag related. It was an ag world. Okay? So everybody had to protect whether that was their chickens or sheep or their livestock in general. They'd do everything they could to try to eradicate a pest. And I'm the 5th generation of my family to live on this place. It's never been bought or sold. It was homesteaded by my great-great-grandfather, Joseph Irvin, in 1850. And all he did was live on it continuously for 5 years and file a claim with Marin County, and it was his. So it's been passed down for many generations. We're in this field right over here, and I found one dead right down over here by this gateway in the morning. And then I went up to Eagle Lake and went fishing for a week. My son called me and he said there was 2 more killed up on top of that hill right there. And a neighbor of mine caught him in a snare over there, but there was one more with him, and I killed that one a couple days later, and it was actually in this back over here. I had a bad spot in the trees over here, a bad spot in my fence, and I'm in the process of repairing that now. But in the meantime, I brought all those sheep. That's why all those sheep are down there in that little protected field. And that's one more part of the non-lethal program. That's electric fence. And those are the kinds of things that the non-lethal program is trying to both advocate and help finance. Wildlife services need to be there on some level. Okay? I don't think it's good to take out anything like that. What they've done right now is they're transitioning. They've become political. They're transitioning into people services.
Right.
Like we'll trap the skunk underneath the school building.
Or we'll help save the
raccoon
species. Yeah.
that could be dangerous around that hospital.
Right.
Or those are the kinds of things that they've dove into. It's too hard to run down these damn things and try to do any good out on the big ranch.